7:52 this morning. The victim was pronounced dead here at the scene. Now, the victim's body was just removed from the scene a short time ago. Allegheny County Police also tell us, as you said, Peggy, that a suspect is being questioned at this hour. There was also a car on the scene that we're told was involved in the shooting. That car and another car are being flatbedded away. And we're back out live here on Constitution Circle. As we said, many family members still visibly shaken by what happened. As for how this whole thing started, that detective told me that it was a domestic situation of some sort. We're going to stay with the Allegheny County Police throughout the day and bring you any updates on this shooting. Live in Clairton right now, Joe Arena, Channel 11 News.
And a devastating situation unfolding now in Beachview. Police say a woman was found dead after first responders were called to a fire at a home on Dagmar Avenue, and that's where Channel 11's Liz Kilmer joins us now live. Liz?
Yeah, guys, police recently left the home here in probably the last 15 minutes or so. Not long after, they say that they found a woman's body on the second floor of this home here. That house still intact, but neighbors reported seeing a lot of smoke earlier this morning. Now, firefighters got the call shortly after 7:30 to Dagmar Avenue here in Beachview. Police say when they arrived, a man told them that he had returned home from work. He was met with the smell of smoke. He told officers he managed to rescue his dog, but couldn't get far into the home because of flames on the first floor. And then once firefighters got things under control, they found that woman upstairs. Now, you're going to hear from a neighbor coming up tonight at 5. Meantime, firefighters are working to find out how exactly this fire started. We'll have the very latest for you later tonight. Reporting live in Beachview, I'm Liz Kilmer, Channel 11 News.
Happening now, jurors are hearing evidence in the case against this man charged in the horrific mass shooting in Wilkinsburg. Yesterday, he became the only person on trial because the judge dismissed all charges against his co-defendant. Channel 11's Aaron Martin has been covering this from the beginning. And Aaron, what have you learned from this morning's testimony?
Well, Gordon, a big difference between yesterday and today is that today was much more about establishing the actual crime scene itself and showing jurors a lot of details, what was there, as opposed to yesterday where we heard a lot of the emotion. Take a look at the suspect, Sharon Shelton, as you mentioned, the only suspect on trial at this point for that Wilkinsburg mass shooting that killed 5 people and an unborn baby. Now, today, jurors have seen well over 100 pieces of evidence, including crime scene photos, as well as 48 bullet casings that were recovered from the scene. Now, one thing to keep in mind out of those casings is that none of them actually matched weapons that were found in the mother's home of Sharon Shelton that was later searched by investigators. Also, we learned that none of those shell casings were tested for fingerprints or DNA. That came out during cross-examination of one of the witnesses today. Now, we also heard from Allegheny County Police Sergeant Timothy Dolphy, who spoke about what it was like processing this entire scene. He said he's been on more than 100 crime scenes in his career, and in a statement to the jury, he said at one point, quote, "This was the most extensive crime scene I've been on in my entire career." Now, when I stepped out of the courtroom just about 10 minutes ago, they were just about to call Lamont Powell. He is the man who was the alleged target of this entire shooting that the prosecutors say Sharon Shelton was the one firing that weapon. Now, Lamont Powell was shot, however, he did survive, so he's about to take the stand. I'm going to head back into the courtroom, and we'll have all the latest for you from that testimony tonight, starting at 5 o'clock. We're live downtown. Aaron Martin, Channel 11 News.
Thanks, Aaron. Last month, the defense attorney claimed in court that a key witness in the Wilkinsburg mass shooting confessed to killing Marcus White, Jr. As you may know, that witness was never charged in the case.
I feel like it could have been worse. But then I found out about them, and I think I got numb, and I was just like, I didn't know how to feel.
Ahead at 12:30 and only on 11, the mother and family of baby Marcus reflect on that tragic day and the questions they still have.
State police say there is no reason to believe a father shot his 4-month-old intentionally, but it will be up to the DA to decide if charges will be filed. The baby was shot in his family's house in White Township, Indiana County, Sunday. The child is expected to make a full recovery.
Saturday
scattered showers today and say bye-bye to the warmer temperatures.
It was nice while it lasted. Yeah, they're going to be dropping through the afternoon. Meteorologist Danielle Dozier is tracking the changes in Severe Weather Center 11.
Yeah, they're definitely going bye-bye, that's for sure. You know, it's in the mid-50s right now. We've got a little bit of scattered rain about the area. I wanted to show you a live look at Storm Tracker Doppler 11 radar where that rain is falling. You can see here just down to the south, also up to the north, we have some rain. So if you're heading out around Wilkinsburg, down in Greene County, or just south of Uniontown, you're going to run into some steady rain down there, although light in intensity. And then here up to the north, we're also tracking some scattered showers through northern Allegheny County, also around the Butler area. Beaver, heads up, more rain coming in from your west. Temperature-wise, we're at 55 degrees. A live look over the city where it's dry and cloudy currently. We have a west-southwest wind at 9 miles per hour. Pay close attention to that temperature because I want to show you the rest of the area right now. 54 in Indiana, 55 in Greensburg, 53 in Beaver, but there is some much colder air that is on the way. You're going to want to stay tuned because in my Severe Weather Team 11 forecast coming up in about 10 minutes, I'm going to show you where the cold front is now and how cold it's going to feel when you get off work later on tonight. Coming up.
If you thought the Iowa caucus was confusing, well, it got a whole lot more confusing last night.
Yeah, the results still have not been released because of, quote, inconsistencies.
And now frustration is setting in for the Democratic presidential candidates who have campaigned in Iowa for months. NBC's Wendy Woolfolk has the latest on the delay.
After spending more than $68 million on ads across the Hawkeye state, this is not the outcome Democrats were expecting. Iowa still waiting on a winner after an unprecedented breakdown in reporting the returns of Monday's caucus. Officials with the state Democratic Party say a coding error is to blame and not a cyber intrusion.
The app failed. Precinct captains weren't able to report out their totals. Obviously the phone system also failed. We don't have indication from the Iowa Democratic Party that they have the paper trail on each of these votes, and that's supposed to be, the backup.
Pete Buttigieg and other candidates flew overnight to New Hampshire, hoping to build on the momentum from a self-proclaimed victory in Iowa.
Of course, frustrated and impatient like everybody, as I think the whole country is watching to see that prove out. We were looking at the internal numbers that we had and beginning to realize it's something.
Candidates in limbo as they try to convince a new round of voters in New Hampshire. The Iowa Democratic Party is planning to release the caucus results as soon as possible, but they say accuracy is still their ultimate goal. That's the latest here in Des Moines. I'm Wendy Woolfolk. Now back to you.
Meanwhile, President Donald Trump will deliver his State of the Union message tonight in the middle of an impeachment trial, making him the second president in history to do so. Lawmakers who have been silent for 2 weeks continue speeches today for and against convicting President Trump. Without 67 votes to remove the president, some lawmakers do believe there's enough support for censure. Both sides have delivered their closing arguments.
His behavior cannot go unchecked by the Senate, and censure would allow a bipartisan statement condemning his unacceptable behavior in the strongest terms.
The only appropriate result here is to acquit the president and to leave it to the voters to choose their president.
Tonight at the State of the Union, it's believed that President Trump will focus on accomplishments rather than the impeachment trial, and he'll likely talk about the economy.
One person was found dead inside this apartment building on Overland Avenue in Duquesne overnight. We saw police and county homicide shining flashlights as they canvassed outside. Right now, we're working to get more details from police. The medical examiner has released the names of 2 people killed in an apparent murder-suicide in Hayes. Police say Douglas Woods was holding Cindy Woods hostage inside a home on Baldwin Road yesterday. It prompted a SWAT situation. When police moved in, they found the bodies. Police believe Douglas shot and killed Cindy before turning the gun on himself.
A Westmoreland County doctor accused of taking kickbacks for giving painkiller prescriptions to people without a legitimate medical problem. According to the indictment, from 2013 to 2015, Dr. Thomas Witten of Westmoreland Pain Management Center took payments from Insys Therapeutics in exchange for prescribing Subsys. Subsys is an under-the-tongue fentanyl spray designed to rapidly enter the bloodstream. As a result, insurers paid for unlawful prescriptions. If convicted, Witten faces 5 to 40 years in prison and a fine up to $5 million. In June, the company that makes Subsys agreed to pay $225 million to end criminal and civil investigations into allegations that it used a system of bribes to get doctors to illegally prescribe the highly addictive product.
Renewed hope for parishioners who sued over church closures. They claimed the diocese and the bishop used fraud to raise money for churches in Washington County that were about to close. An appeals court has partially reversed an earlier decision that tossed out those lawsuits entirely. 2 churches can appeal 1 count of fraud. State health officials say the risk of coronavirus spreading in Pennsylvania remains low. They say they are in constant contact with the CDC and are prepared to respond in the event a patient tests positive here. Meanwhile, a Japanese cruise liner with more than 3,000 people on board is in quarantine off Japan's coast after a passenger tested positive for the virus. That passenger was tested after leaving the ship in Hong Kong. In China, more than 400 people have died from coronavirus. It's been found in more than 20 countries around the world. There are at least 11 confirmed cases in the U.S.
If you're having trouble using your phone this morning, you are not alone. Verizon Wireless had a service outage across Pennsylvania, across Pittsburgh, I should say. The spokesperson for Verizon told Channel 11 their engineers found the problem and service has been restored.
A local veteran hit with a hefty parking ticket while visiting the VA hospital.
So I knew I was only going to be a couple minutes, you know, in and out.
The confusing sign, he says, needs to be changed before someone else gets fined.
A group protesting the Port Authority prices, the changes they are calling for. New at noon.
Scattered showers out there right now, but some wintry mix is possible later on tonight. Still to come, a look at that cold air moving in and where some of you will see freezing rain and sleet.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for breaking news, weather, and original local shows. Murder, mystery, and the missing. Justice Rules profiles real-life crime stories. Tuesdays at 9 p.m. right here on WPXI. Depend on Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist, Stephen Cropper, to keep you ahead of every twist and turn. Real, clear, accurate. Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist, Stephen Cropper. That's coverage you can count on. Watch David Johnson and Lisa Sylvester on Channel 11 News, 11 at 11.
Breaking at noon, some scary moments for people who were trapped in a car after a crash in New Brighton. We were there as those cars were being towed away on 3rd Avenue. We do know that one car hit a parked car and flipped onto its side. The people inside were trapped for about 20 minutes until the fire department was able to cut the roof off. Luckily, no one was seriously hurt.
This was the scene outside the Wilkinsburg bus station today. A group of protesters are calling for change. Dozens of protesters are demanding fair bus fees. Channel 11's Mike Holden tells us what the Port Authority has to say about all this.
Demonstrators here today made it abundantly clear. They want this, fair bus fares. They say it's a human right and something everyone deserves. Standing together right here as one unit, dozens of Pittsburgh residents and some lawmakers took over this Wilkinsburg corner, just steps away from the Wilkinsburg busway station. They held signs like this stating defend and transit for people, not for profit. Those in attendance launched the Fair Fares Coalition in an effort to bridge the gap and ensure equity. Their demands were simple. They want the Port Authority to address what they say are clear disparities. From an overhaul in the current fare system to fare capping to free transfers, they say it's time for a change. They hope Port Authority officials listen to their message.
We need to be transforming it for the better and not putting an even heavier burden on our marginalized, poor working class communities.
And Port Authority officials sent us this statement in part saying, quote, Port Authority is committed to providing fast, efficient, and equitable public transit throughout Allegheny County. We are open to any and all ideas as long as those ideas are able to preserve and grow our system. And demonstrators tell Channel 11 they truly are just beginning and they're planning additional rallies in the near future. But that's not the end of this story. Coming up on Channel 11 News at 5, we're talking to Port Authority officials, their message to folks who have any concern and how they're working through this process. Reporting in Wilkinsburg, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
Thanks, Mike. A Meadville man facing charges after police say he burned dogs with chemicals. Police say Terry Payne spilled Drano on 2 dogs, and instead of wiping it off, he left it on them. Rescuers say the chemicals ate through much of the dog's skin. Both of the dogs are expected to survive. If convicted, Payne faces up to 2 years in prison. State police are warning others after a Loyal Hannah Township woman was scammed out of $45,000. The 60-year-old woman believed she was talking romantically to a man in Denmark online. He told her he needed money to help his daughter, so she sent him gift cards.
He was under the ruse that his daughter was going to be unable to make it through school. She was having a lot of difficulty, and this would mean a lot to him in their relationship.
Police say the woman got suspicious. She started asking questions, and then the man suddenly deleted his account.
That's when I was like, okay, this is bullcrap here.
He fought for our country. Now he's fighting a ticket he says he doesn't deserve. He says a confusing sign near the VA hospital in Oakland could end up costing him more than $100. Dennis Winterborn says he thought it was safe to park in a spot along Aliquippa Street when he went in for a quick appointment at the VA hospital. He says he saw a sign listing parking hours, but it turns out the sign is actually a private one put up by Falk K-8 school on the Pitt campus. Winterborn says the sign is misleading and should be corrected.
I don't know. I mean, either say no parking unless you have a permit, permitted parking or something.
Winterborn says he plans to go to traffic court to fight the ticket.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Good afternoon. Taking a look at the temperature map. This is what I wanted to show you. 55 degrees in Pittsburgh. Look at the blue shaded color up to the north and the cold air in Erie and Cleveland, where it's both 38 degrees. Du Bois at 53, and this cold front is on the move, and it's going to be bringing some much colder air to our area later on today. You really can see it on the temperature map right through here, where you see that contrast of green and blue shaded color. So a high today of about 56, cloudy skies, falling temperatures. Winds are going to be shifting around from the southwest to the northwest. That's a sign that the cold front has moved through the area. We're going to have winds gusting up to about 30 miles per hour and sustained winds at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's a look at our temperature forecast for the rest of the day today. 47 degrees at 4 p.m., 41 at 6. And so if you are heading out, you'll certainly need the coat by late day. So we're going from a spring feel out there this morning and early afternoon, feeling more like winter winter come 8 o'clock with 38 degrees and then 35 by 10 p.m. Here's Storm Tracker at 2 o'clock this afternoon. The showers look to be scattered through the bulk of the afternoon until we get into late day and evening. So for the p.m. commute, we are looking at a little more widespread activity on the rainfall from Pittsburgh to Butler, Katanning, and Greensburg. You're going to have your headlights on for sure. You're going to need those windshield wipers. Here's 7:30 in the evening. You can see scattered showers about the area from Butler into Pittsburgh and Katanning, still seeing that wet weather. Colder air will continue to build in from the north, and as that cold front ushers in that colder air, it's going to be a chance for a wintry mix for us, especially in areas along and north of 422 initially. So for Pittsburgh, it's rain at this point, but you can see the areas in white and purple, which is representative of where we'll have that threat for some freezing rain, some sleet, some rain, and even some snow mixed in. Really, the ground temperatures are important in this situation. It's been very mild the last couple of days, so it's going to take some time for those to cool. As they do so late tonight into the early overnight, there is the potential that we have some light icing up around this area, so do be advised of that if you're traveling. Meanwhile, during the early overnight, it'll be a rain-snow mix for us here in Pittsburgh and points to the south, and we'll continue that theme until we quiet things down into Wednesday morning's commute. Bulk of the moisture is out of here. You can see at 9 a.m. Cloudy sky, though, the rule, and once we get into the afternoon, it stays cloudy and dry until more moves in for Wednesday night, something I want to show you in the next half hour, where more ice could be occurring for the middle part of the week. As for tonight, you can see the areas in blue. That's where there's going to be the potential for less than 1 inch of snow. Initially, anything that falls will melt, but keep in mind the air temperatures are going to be falling down into the 20s tonight, with 25 in Butler, 29 in Pittsburgh, and 29 in Washington. So we do have that potential for a little bit of a refreeze or an isolated slick spot tomorrow morning. Temperature hour-by-hour forecast for tomorrow: 30s out the door, and then the mid-30s to upper 30s in the afternoon, which is closer to where we should be for this time of year. The average high is 37. 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view coming up, and we have a series of fronts moving across the area, going north and south and north and south, and that's why the temperatures are all over the place, and that's why the precipitation types are all over the place as well. So I do want to go into more detail about that sleet and freezing rain for Wednesday night. We'll do that coming up. 57 Thursday, showers, snow showers, and 33 Friday. A few flurries around Saturday with 37, and then 40 on Sunday with some snow showers lingering around in the morning.
Thanks, Danielle. If we told you a family found a long-lost pet and they have a can of beer to thank for it, you probably wouldn't believe us. How this reunion played out.
A local contractor accused of taking money but never doing the jobs. The big-time buys police say he spent the cash on.
This is Channel 11 News 11 at 11.
11 at 11 starts with team coverage of this breaking story.
Accurate details.
We've been covering this story all night.
Experienced coverage.
Our crew is live in Irwin.
Trusted weather source.
Steady snowfall, about an inch per hour.
All in the first 11 minutes of our newscast. Dependable coverage of breaking news.
David and Lee said this is still a very active scene.
Tracking storms to prepare you for tomorrow. Count on Channel 11 News 11 at 11 tonight. Cropper, tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
A local contractor accused of taking money but leaving jobs undone. Police say Daniel Caucus took the money and bought some pretty big things like a truck and vacations. Caucus owns Steel City Contractors. Investigators say Caucus was taking trips with his girlfriend and buying a new car with his victim's money. We know about one woman is out $20,000 right now. Police charged Caucus dozens of times, and that's just in Allegheny County.
Well, it took 3 years, but a dog is finally going to be reunited with its family, and it's all thanks to a beer can. Day Day was one of the 4 shelter dogs chosen to be featured on beer cans in Florida. 2 of the dogs were adopted, except for this girl. Turns out Day Day already had a family. They called her Hazel, and they've been looking for her since 2017, but in the wrong state.
We never certainly thought it'd be as far away as Minnesota.
I was looking at the dogs. I was like, telling my husband, I was like, oh my gosh, that looks like Hazel.
The family says they lost Hazel's microchip paperwork and lost hope until they saw her on a beer can. The shelter is working to send her back home for free.
Pretty amazing. A couple woke up to an orange glow and realized their house was on fire. Channel 11 learning about the extra challenges firefighters ran into trying to put out the flames.
After 7 years, the family of this little boy still grieves his murder. The questions they have for prosecutors about why the man, who apparently confessed, has not been charged.
You're streaming WPXI now. Channel 11 expands its streaming live newscasts. When other stations are national, Channel 11 News is local, right here at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on WPXI Now.
Anything else like the breaking news desk in Pittsburgh. You're going to get breaking news as it's happening.
We have an anchor now dedicated to following the latest information as it comes in.
That is a resource no one else has. So if you see me on the breaking news desk, you know it's an important story.
The 7-day forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
I feel like it could have been worse. But then I found out about them, and I think I got numb, and I was just like, I didn't know how to feel.
Her baby murdered at a family picnic. Her sister's lives almost cut short. Last month, an attorney claimed in court a key witness in the Wilkinsburg mass shooting confessed to killing Marcus White Jr. That witness was never charged in the case.
Only on 11, the family walked Channel 11's Michelle Newell through their day of terror, heartache, and their search for justice.
It came out like about right here, like I'm holding him like this. When it came out, it went through this heart and out of him. So the same bullet.
It was the same bullet.
Passed through both of us.
Tonight, only Channel 11 sat down with the family of Marcus White Jr., baby Marcus, the victim of a 2013 shooting that became the center of a high-profile trial this week.
He was just happy. Like, he was literally every picture you see, every memory you have, he's smiling and laughing.
In every picture, one thing is very clear. Baby Marcus was so loved. Even now, years later, Jamila Tyler will never forget the day she lost her little boy.
And I get a phone call from my brother Andre, and he was like, "You need to get up these hills." And I was like, "What's wrong?" And he was like, "Marcus got shot." And I'm like, "Marcus?" I'm thinking my son's dead.
But it wasn't. It was her baby boy at a picnic in East Hills with his two aunts.
Literally, all I remember is everybody running. Like, everybody just started running. I picked them up, and it might have happened, like, within 60 seconds.
Shadea Tyler had her nephew in her arms. She fell to the ground.
There were guys around me, a whole bunch of guys. So I like assumed I'm the only one holding the baby. They pushed me to get me down, because now I heard the gunshots.
Shadea had no idea one of the bullets went right through her. She says she looked at Marcus and saw blood. She thought it was because they fell to the ground. Then it dawned on her. Their other sister, Khadijah, tried to run over to help, but she was shot in the hail of bullets, too.
I'm trying to get to them, but the whole time I'm shot as well.
Baby Marcus's parents rushed to the hospital.
A doctor came in, and he was like, "Sorry to tell you, you didn't make it." And we tore the room up, I'll say that much.
Only then did she find out her sisters were shot, too.
We went to Presby, and that's where I found out, like, the full story with my sisters.
For Khadijah Tyler, she's still living with a constant reminder of the tragedy. The bullet that hit her is still in her body.
When I got up and kept running, it traveled to my stomach. So it's in my stomach.
The bullet.
Now, years later, old wounds opening back up. This family fighting for justice after recently learning on social media that a man allegedly confessed, a tidbit that came out in open court during the trial of two men charged in a mass shooting in Wilkinsburg, and something that has the family questioning DA Stephen Zappala.
And Zappala, how do you sleep at night? Literally, you went home to your family every day, while my sister and her boyfriend and the rest of us are left wondering every night.
And that was such an emotional interview. There's so much more to hear. This family shared a lot with us. You can look for more tonight on Channel 11 News starting at 5.
Looking ahead, several rounds of wintry weather will be moving in.
Meteorologist Danielle Dozier tracking the threat for ice, even in some areas.
Yeah, so the timing, the temperatures, there's a lot kind of playing into exactly what we're going to see over the next couple of days. So I wanted to look ahead. I talked a little bit about Tuesday today. Now let's look over to Wednesday. So this is where, especially Wednesday night into the overnight and Thursday morning, where we think that the greatest ice potential will be in terms of any accumulation. This is 6 p.m. on Wednesday. We'll have a fairly cloudy sky about the area. If you're heading out to dinner right now, the timing looks okay, dry conditions, but then thereafter, we're going to start to see some of that moisture spread in from the south. And the reason you're seeing this big color contrast is because there is going to be a warm front that lifts north across the area. So we are going to be looking at an early onset of a freezing rain, maybe some sleet and rain here through Allegheny County and Pittsburgh. And then that's going to be gradually changing over to rain for us by this point, because that warmer air will invade from the south. So here around Newcastle, Beaver, Butler, Katanning, Indiana, the ridges here, the mountains, that's where the greatest ice potential will be. And again, that's late Wednesday night into the early overnight of Thursday. We're looking at a couple of hundredths inches and maybe even up to a 1/10 of an inch of ice in spots, something we'll closely monitor. There's another element to this big weather system, which is the wind. I'm going to show you that wind gust forecast coming up in minutes.
A couple and their dog escaped their burning home, but by the time firefighters arrived, There was no saving the mobile home. Channel 11's Jillian Hartman learned more than flames challenged firefighters in North Fayette Township this morning.
Well, we're getting a close-up look of the damage, and as you can see, most of the mobile home here is gutted out. Nothing but charred wood. Now, I talked to the couple who lived here. They tell me they woke up to their smoke detectors going off, saw an orange glow, and quickly ran out the back door with their dog. Now, the couple tells me they are lucky to be alive. This fire broke out just after 6 Tuesday morning on Culpeper Court in North Fayette Township. 3 fire departments responded. When fire crews arrived on scene, officials say the home was fully engulfed. They're able to knock it down quickly. However, firefighters actually ran into some challenges with getting water supply.
The fire hydrants in this area are inadequate, and it gave us a little bit of trouble getting water to our engines.
Officials say the mobile home is a total loss. Right now, the fire marshal is investigating the cause of this fire. Now, I'm told a neighbor here tried saving this couple when he saw the home on fire. I'll have that story tonight. Reporting in North Fayette Township, I'm Jillian Hartman, Channel 11 News.
The mayor of Wilkinsburg is asking for the community's help after a tragic day. A man was shot and killed yesterday while walking with a 5-year-old. Mayor Marita Garrett issued a statement asking for people to come forward with information and not to stay silent. Police say the man and the little boy were walking on Laketon Street when someone fired nearly a dozen shots. That little boy miraculously was not hurt. Police say the shooter took off toward Penn Hills. Mayor Garrett is urging community members to come to the next public safety forum. It is later this month.
A drug that's been around for 60 years could be the answer to babies born with a heart defect.
How a local boy helped doctors make that discovery right here in Pittsburgh.
But first, a local college student is heading to Fashion Week. The new shoes he designed and what makes them so different. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gordon Lash.
And I'm Catherine Amenta.
At Channel 11 Morning News, we help you prepare for the day ahead.
Definitely the heavy rain gear today with temperatures.
Heavier delays for the inbound morning commute.
We expanded our breaking news team to better cover news happening right now and give you new information throughout the morning.
Let's get right to Jennifer Tomazik live at the breaking news desk.
A huge impact on the area. In fact, we just found out.
Don't miss anything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News. We're on from 4:30.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
A college student from Beaver County is preparing to debut his 3D printed tennis shoe at New York Fashion Week.
I think I want a pair of these. Channel 11's David Johnson explains what makes the shoes different from others.
I've always loved footwear,
I collected shoes.
Nicholas Eunice got the brainstorm for his shoe company, Eunice Brand, when he was a senior in high school. His plan, buy shoes and customize them with different materials.
We did one shoe with a wrapper named a Riff Raff. The shoe went for, within 24 hours, hit a little over $1 million on eBay, and we got hit with a cease and desist order.
That experience led him to taking recycled materials like water bottles and using a 3D printer to make his shoes.
That's kind of one of our big initiatives, is not having our shoes either end up in a landfill or the ocean.
His hope is to leave a positive footprint behind.
We have the ability to take the shoes after you're done wearing them, completely grind them down, and remake them into new shoes in the future.
Eunice says the grinder is still in development, but currently a majority of his shoes are made at his Hopewell facility. That's where the custom-ordered shoes are 3D printed from a stretchy plastic.
The best way I've come to explain it to people that aren't familiar with 3D printing is a glorified hot glue gun.
The plastic midsole is then cleaned and assembled by hand. One pair takes about 8 hours to be made. The young entrepreneur says it's been a long journey.
One of the boxes of failures, and essentially it just has all the prints of something that you wouldn't want to wear.
And he's kept all his uncomfortable prototypes to recycle as a reminder.
So I think my biggest advice would be not to be afraid to fail. We've failed many, many times, and we're going to continue to fail, but that is really how we're going to make the best product.
The company's sustainability attracted a special invite, the chance to be in New York Fashion Week. For the past 2 months, Eunice and his 10 employees have been working hard to launch their first collection, Yin and Yang.
I'm extremely excited about because when we first started this, that's really all I've been wanting to push out from the start. Where we really need it to be.
This is your finished product.
I'm impressed. I like them.
I know.
The shoes will go on sale this weekend. Eunice says people who purchase his shoes can send back their worn pair and get a discount on their next order.
A groundbreaking medical discovery made right here in Pittsburgh.
So it was a no-brainer for us to participate in this. It wasn't going to be any additional risk to him.
I'll show you how a local boy, this little guy, was essential for a breakthrough that could help thousands of children.
Those winds are up there around 10 to 15 miles per hour. They're going to increase later on tonight as a cold front pushes through. I'll show you the latest wind gust forecast coming up.
You're streaming WPXI now. Your source for breaking news, weather, and original local shows. Amazing people are having a big impact all over rural America. Small town, big deal. Weekdays at 2 p.m. on WPXI. lies.
She's an 18-year-old girl. She got a settlement. You saw a little money. You wanted a big red truck.
Like Judge Judy.
Shiny, shiny, shiny red truck.
Judge Judy, weekdays at 4 and 4:30 on Channel 11. Watch The Wendy Williams Show, weekdays at 11 on Channel 11.
It's really special, not just that Alec went through this, but what he did is going to help other kids.
Now, this 3-year-old boy is at the center of groundbreaking research here in Pittsburgh. He was born with a common heart defect, and what doctors learned from him could revolutionize treatment for children all around the world. Meet Alec Romanoli, a 3-year-old who loves karate. He doesn't remember his first year of life.
We made it through, and we're together, and, you know, I'm thankful every day.
It looks like an exclamation point. There's the line, and then there's a dot.
But it was filled with doctor's appointments and open heart surgery.
He was 2 days old. We found out that he was born with a congenital heart defect called tetralogy of Fallot. So it was a very big shock. And being told that he needed open heart surgery was really tough to hear. So that was probably the hardest year of our life.
Congenital heart defects are the most common birth defect, and they range in severity, with most needing surgery.
So these are beads of courage for kids who go through big things like heart surgeries. Each bead represents something that happened to him. The fact that he has all of these beads, but it's this short, I mean, this is a short line of beads for a kid who has a heart condition. He's very lucky.
Doctors and researchers at Children's Hospital studied these types of heart issues and found children with these defects develop 30% fewer heart muscle cells in the first year of life.
Now, to give you a frame of reference for that, an adult with a large heart attack loses that amount of heart muscle cells overnight, and that carries an instant 50% mortality.
And so, in the case of children like Alec, it got doctors wondering, could the key to strengthening babies' hearts be found in medicine for adults? Doctors recruited Alec into a study using heart tissue removed during surgery.
It was really hard handing him over to the anesthesiologist.
Which led to a groundbreaking discovery.
For most of us working in the lab, this doesn't happen ever.
After Alec's surgery, some heart tissue was removed and given to researchers where the high blood pressure drug propranolol was used in the lab. The study found if the drug was given early in a baby's life, it might make heart muscles stronger. That drug has been around for 60 years, but not used in this way.
And it so happens he was truly our first patient in whom we tested this new method. We have since enrolled a couple more patients, and that is going very, very well.
The next step is clinical trials. Then, if all goes well, Dr. Kuhn says in 6 years, this could be the recommended way to treat babies with heart defects. But for the Romanoli family, they hope more answers will come.
It's really special, not just that Alec went through this, but what he did is going to help other kids.
The researchers say that many families in our area are willing to participate in this research and understand just how important it is in advancing medicine and treatments.
Your severe winter Team 11 forecast.
Back with a live look at Storm Tracker Doppler 11 radar, where the rain is falling right now. Newcastle, Butler, Beaver, Washington, all seeing some rain, some steady rain down around the Morgantown area. I want to put it in motion. This is moving generally coming in from the southwest and moving toward the east. And this is going to be the theme for the next couple of hours and into the rest of this evening as more rain builds in. So your windshield wipers will be going at times, depending on your location, of course. So grab your umbrella before you head out. Visible satellite shows that thick cloud cover. We let you know yesterday on Channel 11 News at noon that you needed to go outside and enjoy that sunshine while we had it, because the clouds would be moving in, and once they get here, they're going to be staying around for a while, it looks like, unfortunately, through the week. Fortunately, though, we have temperatures in the mid-50s, so there's some good news there. 55 in Pittsburgh right now, 55 in Greensburg, 56 in Washington. We look to go up another degree or two here around the area before that cold front moves in from the north. That cold front brings temperatures down into the 40s by late afternoon, with 47 degrees at 4 o'clock. If you're heading out later on tonight, it's going to feel more like winter, like it should for this time of the year, with the temperature rate at 38 degrees at 8 p.m. and 35 at 10 p.m. I let you know that the winds are starting to pick up. Those winds will continue to stay rather breezy through the afternoon and evening, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. This is a look at the early overnight as well, 1:30 a.m. Winds up around 10 to 15, may peak as high as 20 miles per hour. I think we could see an occasional gust to 25, maybe 30 miles per hour later on tonight behind the cold front. I wanted to also talk to you a little bit about the difference between freezing rain and sleet. Earlier I was showing you the timing of it all. The difference is when you look at freezing rain, that's when you have the air that is warm enough through the entire atmosphere, and then it hits that surface that is 32 degrees or lower, and you get freezing rain, which is ice. So that's what freezing rain is. Sleet, on the other hand, is when you have cold air, the snow melts briefly in a very small layer of warm air in the atmosphere, and then it has a chance to refreeze because the depth of this cold air is so big that it will refreeze into these little ice pellets, and that's what we call sleet. So it's kind of bouncing around all over the place. Those are the differences. Both can be equally as dangerous if you get a high accumulation of it. I showed you that I think we could see a couple of hundredths to a tenth of an inch of ice as we head into Wednesday night. As far as tonight, this is the latest timing. The rain continues to move across the area. Here's that freezing rain, sleet, and snow mix, especially along and north of 422 tonight. Ground temperatures are still warm, so there may just be a light glazing during the overnight up there when the temperatures get cold enough into tomorrow morning. But aside from that, it's Wednesday night, I think, where we're going to be the most concerned, because temperatures during the day on Wednesday will be quite cold out there and have a time for the ground to cool off. So Wednesday afternoon, it is cloudy but dry across the area, and then that moisture will be moving in as we head into the late night hours. So there's even the potential here in Pittsburgh that we get in on a brief period of freezing rain or sleet and rain, but the temperatures are going to warm so quickly during the overnight on Wednesday that here I'm not really concerned with too big of a threat. It's going to be here in this corridor in the areas in purple where we're the most concerned for that icing, especially again by late Wednesday night and into Thursday. 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view. 37 by Wednesday, 57 on Thursday with occasional showers, and then we're cooling things right back off for Friday at 33 with some snow showers around, and we'll track your weekend forecast as we get a little bit closer. Could be dealing with a little bit of rain and a little snow.
Well, Lent is just around the corner, and the Allegheny County Health Department has an important reminder for any fish fry outing. Any fish fry sponsor must have a valid health permit to operate, and if you don't already have one, you're going to need to apply by February 12th. It will cost you $47. You can find a link to the application on our news app. Just look under the top stories.
Are the Rolling Stones coming back to Pittsburgh? The signs pointing to yes.
I like people to be honest, not stupid.
Nobody brings the truth to life.
Is that what you want me to believe?
Nobody can read between the lies.
I'm 5'9", and I have a body like Christy Brinkley. Do you believe that?
Like Judge Judy.
She's an 18-year-old girl. She got a settlement. You stole a little money. You wanted a big red truck. Shiny, shiny, shiny red truck. I still love this job.
Judge Judy, weekdays at 4 and 4:30 on Channel 11. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
So how many times have you been texting while walking and you run into something or maybe have a near miss? Researchers from the University of Calgary in Canada say they analyzed data from 14 studies on pedestrian accidents, and texting while walking is twice as dangerous as talking on the phone while walking, causing accidents or near misses. Love that. You still have a shot to see the original Broadway cast of Hamilton. Several performances filmed in 2016 are being turned into a movie version of the Pulitzer Prize and Tony-winning musical. Curator Lin-Manuel Miranda announced on Twitter Hamilton the film will debut in theaters October 15th, 2021. Have you noticed the Rolling Stones billboards around town?
Yeah, sure have. They have sparked rumors of the Stones returning to Pittsburgh. The billboards feature the band's logo as well as lyrics to several hit songs. The last time the Stones were in Pittsburgh was just about 5 years ago. They played at Heinz Field. So far, no confirmation on a tour date. Similar signs have popped up in other U.S. cities. We'll have to see.
That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5 o'clock.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
In severe weather